Happy Saturday, guys. This is my review for the LED 700p work light or inspection light. I'm a professional auto mechanic by trade and I use this daily, so it's just basically a little video to show you my thoughts and feelings towards this. I'll give you a little bit of an introduction to it first. Basically, I think it's designed for the automotive world. It's a hand lamp or an inspection light or a work light, depending on what you call them. It's USB rechargeable. One single ultraviolet LED in the centre, protected by a polycarbonate lens. It has three light settings, the brightest being 700 lumens. I'm sorry, I do forget what the other two were. And the battery is rated to last 2 hours on high and 10 hours on low, medium being somewhere in between those two. It attaches to the vehicle magnetically via these magnets, and it can be adjusted through that arc. So that, and a combination of how you attach it to the vehicle or the engine block or whatever you're working on, gives you great versatility in where you want to use it. But it's better used as a hand lamp in my experience. I thought this review was going to be a little bit negative to start off with, because as I've been using this, I've had this for about 8 months now, as you can tell by the general condition of it. As I've been using it, I've noticed, or I thought I'd noticed, that the battery was lasting less and less, like degrading really, really fast. Especially for the type of battery it was in, it degrading faster than lights in its class. And I actually tested this yesterday. I fully charged it and I left it running on the side and timed it. And SEALEY state that it should last 2 hours on high, and I actually got 2 hours and 17 minutes out of it. So it seems I was mistaken. I think what's been happening is, as you can see with this free light LED system on the back, that tells you the battery charge status. Between obviously low, medium and high. I think what's been happening is maybe the calibration's a little bit out and I was losing the first two lights very, very fast. When the battery level gets to a critical level, the light itself, the light output itself, will actually flash multiple times before going to steady. And the LED indicator on the back here will flash to let you know you really need to charge the unit now. I think you've got about 10 minutes of runtime remaining if you're on high setting before the light will actually shut off. And I think what's been happening is, since new, the first two lights have been going quicker and quicker. It may just be a battery calibration issue, because the actual runtime is better than SEALEY actually state. I believe the battery had degraded due to the heat build-up on the unit, because on high, which is how I normally use it, it does get very, very hot. So hot, in fact, that the actual front lens is uncomfortable to touch after it's been on for a few minutes. And it is even hot enough, you've got to be careful, it is even hot enough to damage leather seats when left face down, which sometimes you will be doing if you scrab one for fuses in a fuse box, or doing a wiring repair or something of that nature. So you just have to be aware that front element does get rather hot, even for an LED. It's got the aluminium case on the back, which does allow heat to build up in the case as well. So after it's been on for a few minutes, you pick it up, it does feel very, very hot. As we all know, lithium ion batteries don't like heat. So that, with the LED, the fact I was losing the LEDs very quickly, that led me to believe the battery degraded due to heat. So this was going to start off as a negative review, to be fair. I'd have been pleasantly surprised by my own testing. As you can see, this is a robust little unit. The aluminium case in the back there is battered, as you can see. This has survived multiple drops off of the underbody of a car from 7 foot in the air onto concrete floor, and it just bounces and takes the abuse. I don't abuse it on purpose, but it is a tool. It's there to get a job done, and the job comes first, and the tool takes the damage if necessary. You know, you're not going to be very careful if you've got this up the inside of a chassis leg and you're struggling to get a gearbox in. They do get knocked and they will fall, and it's important they are robust. It's not the most expensive light on the market. It's £38, at the cheapest in the UK that I can find at the moment, as of November 2020. But it's not the most expensive, but it is very, very robust, and I've had countless work lights USB rechargeable work lights, and none have been as durable as this. I do believe it's a copy of the snap-on version. I've never had the snap-on version, but it looks very, very similar in design. And as I say, I've never had the snap-on version, so I can't really compare them. But I'm very, very happy with this for the price. If I was going to criticise it, my only criticism would be the battery life. As I say, it lasts for 2 hours on high. That can be a little bit short. You know, if you're in work for 8 hours a day and you're using it intensively throughout the day, you can find yourself charging it by about dinner time. It does take a couple of hours to charge, so it's not the fastest charging either. I would happily have a slightly bigger body just to have a little bit longer runtime. I feel about 5 hours on high would be ideal. That'd get you through all day, no problem at all. To be fair, that would be the only criticism I could levy at this light. As you can see here, I've put some tape across the magnets. It did come with a little rubber pad across the magnets to prevent it scratching paintwork if you were to attach it to paintwork like the underside of a bonnet. And they wear away because hundreds and hundreds of attachments and detachments and getting slid around that will wear away and expose the metal of the magnets underneath, as you can see. So what I do if I'm ever attaching it to paintwork, I put a fresh piece of tape across there just to preserve the customer's paintwork. I haven't had to do that for a while, so the actual tape's worn away now, but every time I attach it to somewhere I don't want to scratch up, I'll put a fresh piece of tape over. And that's about it. It's a bit difficult to talk for a while about a work light, but just if you're in the market for one, this is highly recommended. That's it. It was going to be a negative review or have some negativity about it, about the design, but no, I've been pleasantly surprised. You can't complain when it lasts for 17 minutes longer than the manufacturer states it will last, and that's after 8 months of daily use. And this typically will be on charge all night long and be down to about 0% by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes it's charged twice a day, so it's been through multiple charge cycles. I'm very, very happy with it. And the condition of the unit itself speaks for the robustness. You can see it's been absolutely battered. It's been jammed down the side of engines, it's been on the dashboards, it's been everywhere. I'll bring this home routinely if I'm doing work around the house because it is just so versatile. Yeah, so if you're looking for a USB rechargeable work light for whether you're a professional in the field or you would just want something for your car glove box, highly recommended. If it's got battery charge in it, it's not going to let you down. It will take a knock, splash proof, etc, etc. Any specific questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll try and answer them all as quickly as possible. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.